when you are some contracts that we have that we learn certain things. Once we learn that one thing, say like you're talking about, having that hurt, having that mistrust and everything like that, and it goes back and it goes, do you have to relearn that again somewhere down the line, or what, is it past?
Not necessarily. No, you know, it's called the Great Cosmic Are You Sure?
Okay.
So, you know, so it's a dynamic of energy that as you deal with a karmic contract, as you bring to a close a dynamic of a karmic contract that you have with someone or with something or with yourself, yes, the opportunity does present itself to move completely beyond that. But depending, well, you know, again, it's not completely linear, but nature seeks balance, you know. And so in the dynamic of, let's look at the dynamic of a karmic tape loop, of a karmic dynamic that you have with someone else, and you heal the wound and you come to peace with the dynamic, and they stop being an antagonist in that sort of way, and your reality says to you, yes, Pawnee, you have really healed yourself, and the other has really healed themselves around that dynamic, and you can move on. And you may move on for anywhere up to a year or two before that dynamic may repeat itself in a less severe sort of way, basically to ask you, are you sure you want to be in this place? And if you look at it simply as a dynamic of an are you sure, rather than you have somehow failed, that you're somehow not good enough, because the dynamic has revisited it, you either can use it as a confirmation and a positive movement and an affirmation of your positive movement forward, or you can go, oh no, I'm not good enough, and you know, start beat yourself up for a day or a week or two about the whole dynamic around and just having to revisit a natural thing. Because, you know, your reality is not so linear when you have given ambiguous messages about the dynamics that you're working on healing. You know, generally in these contracts, you don't get them the first time. You don't heal them the first time they come around. And so what you're doing is you're giving an ambiguous message. Your reality is saying, hey, you can heal this. You should deal with this. This is in your face. And you say, well, fuck you. I'm not going to do it. And, you know, and you push it off to the side, or you get involved in something else, so that all of a sudden you wind up at the end of it with what? Back again, forgetting about it all. And then when it comes around, it bites you in the ass. But this time it has teeth. And you can, you know, again, you know, it's that whole thing. Reality will present you, especially with contracts. Your reality will incessantly give you opportunities to deal with that energy.
And deal with it and get past it and be okay with it. And
yeah, well,
I think I've done that. Point. Yeah.
Right. Energetically, it becomes what we call a flat backdrop. In other words, you know that it happened in the past. You know what you learned from the dynamic. So the backdrop is like that painting. Well, but it's true. It's there in the background. It has no real power of its own. Oh, yeah, it has a curiosity around the past and all of that stuff. But for anyone except for Adrian, it has no real meaning.